can't believe we have someone in the party named Ruthard.
You guys really stuck on that name, weren't you?
Just so hilarious. It just showed up on the list. And then here's Ruthard.
Where did you find Ruthard?
You have an NPC named Ruthard. Ruthard.
Yeah. So you're saying there's literally not somebody on the list named Ruthard?
Well, he's on the roster.
No.
He's one of our
that's
people.
Ruthard. You're conflating something else. I'm saying that's not the name on the list.
That's how it's spelled.
Also,
Ruthard.
pointedly, I'd bring up the fact that you wrote the list, so you're just trying to make your own joke now.
Yeah, well, I can't believe it took me 20 years to notice that was on the freaking list, because, oh my god, I'm so old.
Well, I mean, also, it's a real name, so...
Well, yeah, that's because I had a list of, we compiled the fantasy list a long time ago. And we also tried to break them up by theme. The Doloro names are more Germanic. The Avidapois names are more French.
So what you're hearing now is that there are no dramatic French names.
I'm pretty sure Napoleon's pretty dramatic.
I think it's only because of Napoleon. Well, one of them anyway.
That's right. Okay. Well, I guess we should do this. There's no point in procrastinating any longer. So yeah. So let's do it. Maximum effort. This is The Shade's Tale. It is an Ironclaw 2nd edition game that we are playing. I am Red. I'll be your host, and I am so tired, you guys, but I'm here. And what we're going to do after we go through the recap of last session is we're going to introduce all of our characters, and then we're going to go save the world. I believe today we will be saving the world from evil zombies and from community autonomy. I think those are the evils that we will be smiting today. So,
how dare they make decisions without us?
I know. How dare they flaunt their independence in our faces?
Exactly.
So first things first, the recap. Where are we and what were we doing? Well, last session, you guys had found yourselves finishing up a fight in an evil necromancer's tower in a cursed wood. Anushka had chased the head necromancer out after nearly killing him into the forest. And as she followed him, he at one point gave up trying to escape her and decided to throw some magic at her instead. And she replied with sword, I believe. And they had a short little exchange in which it was made clear that the necromancer, the raven necromancer, was working for someone he referred to as his lady, and that they believed that Anushka had a lot more information about them and their schemes than she seemed to. At which point he decided to flee once again, and Anushka lost him as he fled into the evil dark wood. You guys all got reconvened at the Grim Tower, where you were, where you met your rescued victim, Tanya, the weasel peasant girl, who is the older sister of Taylor, the tiny, sort of like a 6-year-old pipsqueak, who is the only like real child that you have met in the town of Bloomshire, where you would then return. You guys were kind of creeped out because Tanya seemed to be in the throes of a necromantic experiment or ritual of some kind, although she seems quite alive at this point, and no one was able to disprove that she was, a normal person. who you rescued. So you decided to bring her back to Bloomshire. Along the way, she introduced herself, and you all introduced yourselves to her as well. And when you got back to Bloomshire, you were met by an angry mob. They realized that since you guys came back and you weren't dead, it probably meant that their patrons were, and they were none too pleased about it. But cooler heads prevailed. Isidore, the Lion Innkeep, said that there was really nothing to be done about it, and you might as well enjoy the hospitality of the town, and he offered you free lodging once again at the inn, and the villagers kind of dispersed. Adris and his crew took the two girls that were rescued and holed up in the mayor's abandoned lodgings, where you found some evidence that the mayor was against this necromantic influence in his town, and they sacrificed him.
Yes, I like that logic of the mayor. I wonder where the mayor is. Hey, look, here's a diary. I hate everything everyone's doing in this town. Hey, there's a knock at the door. I'll finish this entry later.
Exactly. Please hold while I go and investigate this. Arg! Interesting. He wrote Arg. You don't write Arg, you say Arg. And that is the Phil's our Monty Python quota for today. So, damn it, Rafferty, you threw me off. So yes, while you guys were resting during the day after your exciting night of adventure, Tanya mysteriously disappeared, and the rest of you who were staying in the inn woke up to the sounds and smells of the inn burning down around you. Everyone escaped, luckily, although despite the doors and windows being locked, you even got out the serving staff, the people who worked at the inn. Poor Isidore seemed to go into shock, seeing that his livelihood had just burned down, and you guys were... the villagers were pissed off at you, except for the few that were impressed by Connor's brave deeds. Let's see. And the doctor tracked the movements of Tanya. Apparently, there were two large bear doppel-soldiers that were guarding them in their sleep, and the bears were found a couple blocks away, tied up. They have some memory of Tanya stirring, but nothing after that. The doctor finds her tracks lead back into the forest, and I think at the time you all determined that she must have been ensorcelled once again, and that you would have to go back to rescue her. Anushka took a reconnaissance trip back to the Grim Tower, where she saw more signs of zombie activity and glowing lights from within the tower proper, but was too chicken to go check them out herself. There are still 2 days before the authorities will come from Triskellion to investigate the charges that Adris has brought against Bloomshire, and night is falling again as you prepare to travel back to the Grip Tower to save Tanya again. I think that's where we left off. With that, let us reintroduce our intrepid cast of characters. Arkloyd, are you ready to reintroduce us to Connor?
Why, yes, I am. I am Arkloyd. I play Connor Lavera de Ecrivis, the Brazen Raccoon Knight Crusader. He wants to recover the Rinaldi sword, help Sicario atone for past sins, and to successfully unincorporate the town of Blumenshire.
Awesome. Okay, and next up we've got Griffin.
Hey everybody, I'm Griffin. I'm playing the anonymous Armadillo Almoner. He has an evangelical personality and his motto is the first do no harm, second get paid.
Cool. And then we've got Rafferty.
Hello world, I'm Rafferty he, him. Today I'm playing Anushka, the microbat messenger, where my motto is know no fear and serve with joy. And I would like to take this moment to say I would like to spend some of my experience points.
Yeah.
Because everything's about to get serious. So congratulations everyone, we're about to have fan service, because I'm so angry at everything that's precipitated here that I have to tear up my clothes and put on my war paint. And I would like to buy Secrets of the Wilding Way. I do qualify for.
Ooh.
Wow, kind of went left on that one. We were all expecting necromancy, but no.
I looked at that and said, no, that's not really Anushka, and no, I'm going to lean into Secrets of the Wilding Way, and I would also at the same time, because I have a lot of points saved up, also buy Rapid Guard to go as a companion with Rapid Aim, because as I keep saying about Anushka here, that it's like, there's come a time when it's like, no one else is going to save these people. It's got to be us, and it's got to be me, and I've got to be
no
strong.
longer a city girl.
No, I'm still a city girl. I still have dancing, but now is the time for murder.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But also,
You've ripped off your clothes and put on war paint. You look Phelan now. You're not a city girl anymore.
she's gone native.
Yeah, but it's going to be badass. I'm going to be a Razorbat.
I mean, basically, like, at this point, you've got, with all of your rapid gifts, you can take, like, 4 actions on your whatever first turn you have, right?
5,
so,
but
5.
Who's counting?
Nice.
Okay. But then you have to recharge all of it, and that takes a while.
Well, yes. I mean, you only get one of those per combat, right?
It's a Fury... no, those are rechargeable in the fight. But,
okay.
You're gonna see some crazy stuff if this works.
Cool. Okay, cool. Well, hey, last but not least, we also have Theta.
Adrisgar, Grillo Dilettante, Bod, Rake, Procurer, Merchant, leader of the Chromic Gang. Personality's proud, mottos by strength and guile. And I had a request.
Yes.
Is it possible we could get a Tanya-related goal?
Yeah, so I was thinking about that. You already kind of had a Tanya-related goal.
We had a Taylor-related goal.
I guess it's all in how you word it, right? Yeah, it was like save Taylor's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in terms of... What did I write down here?
Well, problematically is that we've had 2 goals that are literally the same thing we're doing right now.
Yeah,
Stop the Necromancer's plot, which we did, now he's doing it again. And recover Taylor's sister, which we did, and now we're doing it again.
And now you're doing it again. Like, yeah, there are narrative reasons why you have set out back on this path.
But
and I think that's my hesitation, is that you guys already got...
Well, here's what I was going to pitch
rewarded
here,
for these
is
things.
That clearly something's going on with Tanya, right?
That's true.
Maybe
it's more of a discovery goal.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's also a separate thing. To, I don't know, save her from whatever. It's more so than recover from. Something is being done to her, obviously, that we should...
Okay. I like that. Okay, so here's a pitch. Would it be like, discover the plot surrounding Tanya? Would that work for you guys?
I mean...
I don't want to be more specific because I don't want to give anything away.
I mean, it works, but
Right.
I was hoping for something a little bit more concrete, like more than discover, but fix, solve, cure.
I mean, I'm good with that too. That implies a little bit more. That does imply more of a win condition. So, if you want to like learn what's up with Tanya, that's one thing. If you want to save Tanya, that's a different thing. Which I'm good with. But what do other people feel? How do the characters feel in this moment? Are they they're here to solve the mystery, or are they here to save the girl, right?
I'm here to save the girl.
Okay.
What mystery? They're necromancers. That was easy.
I just sent a letter off to get this girl a new home, so...
That's a fair point. Okay. Then it sounds like maybe even if it seems repetitive, that save Tanya from the necromancers might be the goal.
Well, again, though, it's more than save her from the necromancer. Because it's save her from whatever the necromancer's doing to her.
Yeah.
I'm speaking with the authority of none. So.
Well, no. I think you're raising a good point. It's just I can't get more specific without.
That's what I mean. Is I don't know what your plot is. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm speaking with the authority of none. I know what you're up to. I have no idea what you're up to.
Yeah. So let's say we could say the necromancer plot. I mean, you guys know that whatever is going on, it definitely involves them. So for the sake of vagueness, that's what I'll say. Where'd my chat window go? There we go. A cannibalistic rabbit. The rabbit wasn't a cannibal in Monty Python. The rabbit ate people. That's different. It would be cannibal if it ate rabbits. Just saying. Okay.
I think you meant carnivore.
Technically, he's anthropophagous, which means he eats people.
Right. You just meant carnivore.
There you go.
Is what I assume. It was a carnivore rabbit.
Okay. That's a good word. Anthrophage.
And to be fair, we never saw it actually eat people. It killed people, which is different. You can kill
That's a
things
fair
that you
point.
don't eat.
Yeah, that's true.
Humans do it all the time.
That is what I told the prosecutor.
Mm-hmm. God damn it. Rescue Tanya from the necromancer plot. Boom. Write this down in my personal plot goal
You
list
were the
as well.
sole survivor of a 35-minute delay. Gets in the hall. First time cannibal.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's one of the trial scenes. That he's the sole survivor of a plane thing, and it turns out he's the sole survivor of a 35-minute delay.
Oh, ha.
I didn't know. I had a little bite of each one of them. It's my first time.
Okay. All right. It looks like we lost Griffin. Griffin's like, nope.
Well, he's been
Hell
gone
with
a little
this.
while now.
With this Tanya girl. Oh. He's coming back. Okay, we're all here. We're all back. Dun dun dun. So we have the new goal: rescue Tanya from the necromancer plot. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do in preparation before we delve back into the Dustwood? I'm gonna take your silence as a no.
I was giving my weapons away to my irregulars. That happened.
Yeah.
Handing out your...
I think the only thing to note would be is that I consecrated, refresh, and consecrated last night, and so until tonight, I don't think I can pray until we get to that time.
You
Okay.
So I don't have
consecrated during the
consecration
fire?
going in, everybody.
You consecrated during the fire?
No, I
No.
consecrated while we were at the tower, and then we went back to town to sleep.
Wasn't that a day ago?
Yeah, so you guys were at the tower in the middle of the night, say like midnight. You probably got back to town at, we're gonna say 2. And then you rested during the day. There was the fire, and evening has fallen. You guys could wait around a little bit if you want to.
I mean, I don't
Right,
think we
we'd
should
have to wait until 9 p.m. So
I don't think we should wait 9 hours, but at the same time, I think we probably could have given you 5 minutes on the walk back to town to pray during the previous day.
Right, but my point is that it's not that time.
I see. This is the gift that refreshes when you pray during
9 p.m. to midnight. And I already did that yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, it's
it's
midnight
evening.
now, right? Isn't that what you just said?
No,
it's
not
evening.
yet. It's evening, so we're gonna say like 6. So you could wait 3 hours and pray before marching into the woods if you'd like. Otherwise, you're gonna go in without consecration ready.
How long does it take us to get to the tower?
The tower is a 2-hour trek.
So conceivably, we could just wait 1 hour and somebody could carry the doctor as he prays.
Well, it only takes 5 minutes once it's the proper time, but time is also of the essence.
Yeah, we don't want to...
So we should at least get walking. I was just merely informing everyone I don't have it this time around, so let's have some fun.
Oh, wait, sorry,
that's
just to
good
go
to
back
know.
over other facts. The tower, it was no longer desecrated, or it was desecrated?
So you consecrated. We assumed that you consecrated the tower, which means I'm looking up the consecrate
Well, I'm just
rules
wondering,
right now.
because originally you had said he couldn't consecrate it because it was desecrated, but then when we broke the seal or whatever, did that de-desecrate the tower so that
Like
you would then consecrate it?
Yeah,
That's
like
how
the
it has been
other,
working.
Yeah, like the other places, we got rid of the things that were making it dark and powerful, and then cleansed it, and now it should be normal for another 100 years.
Assuming he's not in
Unless
the
someone
process
actively
of...
does something else.
Yeah, assuming he's not in the
Well, no,
process
okay.
of redesecrating it.
Yeah, so here's the sitch. So as soon as this gift is refreshed, the consecration expires. Now the the desecration was specifically this ritual circle, the nonogram that you guys destroyed. So that was like the real danger, and you couldn't consecrate anything in like 100 paces of it. But when you destroyed the circle, you could consecrate it, so the ground would be consecrated. It would stop being consecrated once you refresh.
Right, once we reach
the
like
gift.
9 p.m. and I decide to refresh it. So yeah, it could actually be completely undead free right now.
It could be undead free. However, it does. Yes. So unless he re-established the whole nonogram effigy thing, which looks like it took or would take a lot of time and maybe some manpower to do, you're probably
Maybe a
safe
craftsman.
on that one. Yeah. You may be a craftsman. But also, if all of your workers are undead, getting them to fix the consecrated spot is going to be especially hard. So, now this reminds me that I goofed because I said that I told Anushka that there were zombies around the tower. There wouldn't be, though, zombies around the tower. She probably would pass zombies in the forest still, but she was flying, so that's not really a big deal. But yes, so when you got to the tower, Anushka, you still saw presence within the tower, but you did not see zombies milling about outside of the tower.
I mean, it wouldn't
Well,
matter
that's good
even if
to
there
know.
was. We didn't walk in a door in the tower. We went through a passageway some ways away from the tower. So zombies around the tower just be nothing.
That's true. I'm just saying for the sake of
Narrative.
Consistency, logical consistency. The zombies wouldn't be there because the whole zone is kind of a danger zone right now for zombies. At least until you refresh your gift. So, yep, asked for that. So, you guys are making your way. So you don't have to search because you've already found this spot. But with the exception of Anushka, you still have to march out there, and there still is the potential chance of zombers in the woods. Hip.
Yes, we must always be on our
Oh,
guard.
nice. Okay.
88
zombies.
88 zombies fall from the trees. No, I was doing a percentile, and you guys passed it with a high roll. So, even though as you walk again through this strange, ash-clouded forest, you can hear in the distance the angry moans of the restless dead. However, you're able to navigate, stay frosty, avoid the vampire vines, and make your way back to the clearing in which sits the Grim Tower. I will say from the edge of this clearing, you can see illumination coming from within, the strange purple lights that you saw on your first trip here. You navigate to find the secret entrance hidden in the base of the large tree. When you get into the crevice, though, you see that there has been a cave-in. Someone has blocked the path into the basement of this thing, of this tower.
I have at least 2 people with digging.
Yeah,
Only I had a
Four.
pause for it.
I have 4 people with digging.
It just takes time.
Yeah.
All it takes is time.
Well, I just mean that's 4 people with rotes.
And Potter has digging, so he's good too.
5 people
Right.
with rotes.
So we're not short for manpower at the very least. I guess my question would be: is there another way in we could get in faster?
In theory, we could get in faster if we scaled onto the roof and came down there. I would need people who can climb or fly.
I mean, I got 1 flyer, 1 climber.
Okay. And they are?
Wait, no, I have 3 climbers. Flyer.
Okay, so the tower is reasonably defensible. The first, they clear all the brush so they have visibility. So you have to cross open plain. In theory, they'd be shooting at you, but in practice, they haven't been doing that. So we would have to cross a bunch of open terrain and then scale. So my supposition here would be that Team Dig should stay here and keep trying to dig inside. Because remember, there could be other undead on the other side of that pile. The undead got nothing better to do than wait. So, you know, as you're digging this, you could get a face-full party. And we do a two-pronged assault. You can signal us after you've cleared all of this. And I'm guessing the best way to signal us would be with gunfire. Is that correct?
That could make sense.
I mean, you guys don't have any other spells that communicate.
I mean, how far underground?
You couldn't be more than 6 feet.
Well, I mean, I don't know how far the tunnel goes while we're underground. You know, I don't know how muffled 6 feet of earth muffles a shot either.
Mm-hmm. The tunnel begins at the edge of the clearing and then goes underground to the base of the basement of the tower, which... Jesus, I don't remember what I said before, but probably is like 50 paces.
But even when you get in, I mean, it has to be deep enough that when they collapse this, we didn't see a sign of it above ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's also fair.
So
couldn't be 6 feet worth of collapsed material, because
by
otherwise
the
then
time
we'd be able to climb out.
And the important thing would be how much of it is collapsed too, which could change the amount of work involved.
You might have to fight some people on the other side, but by the time you breached the tower proper and got to the first floor, we would definitely hear that. So, do you have a gun?
Yeah, I gave my arm candy my gun.
So, the answer is no, you do not.
Arm candy.
The group still has a gun.
Say, what are you talking about? I just said yes. You said you're
okay,
saying
well,
no.
I asked for I know I'm rephrasing it because I wanted a yes or no answer, and you gave me a longer one. So yes, good. Team Climb can come with me. So that's the one flyer and the 3 climbers, right?
It's going to be down 1 because one of my climbers is also a digger.
Okay, so 2 climbers. So 2 climbers and a flyer.
Gar can also climb. Do you want Gar to go with you?
If you're not going to stay here and order these guys, that's fine. Does that leave these guys with a gun?
Yeah.
Good. Then you can come with us. Plus, also, I don't think you're really a mainline fighter, are you?
No.
Okay, so no, then you should probably come with us. I think I'm taking the brunt of this. And your climbing crew, are they blooded? Are they veterans?
Hold on, we double check. Yeah, that should be the doppel soldiers, our climbers.
Oh, good.
And,
all right.
Yeah, so it's just me and 2 doppel soldiers.
So your team is going to keep digging here. We're going to go topside and wait at the edge of the clearing. And as soon as we hear a sign, that's hue and cry. We'll run across the opening and go up there. We don't want to go up there too early because there might be a necromancer or something worse still on watch duty to blast us as soon as we get onto the plane.
Sorry, just to double correct. I'm blaming the 10 a.m. for this. 3 doppel soldiers is what I have, not 2.
All right. And their names?
There you go.
Their names, they are Gore-Bellied Resnine, Dalmarina, and Nolcius, the Born Again.
Wow. So, 1 glutton, 1 religious nut, and a normal person.
Well, remember, he used to be the one that stole everything, and then we had that whole boat trip.
He got converted.
Yeah.
Sir Connor, aren't you a climber?
Yes, but only a D4 climbing, so I neglected to volunteer.
Yeah, Connor will stay here on the underground team. As Connor is technically a raccoon. He's a raccoon by technicality.
We all remember the goblin incident.
All right, so we have 3 irregulars and me. Is that correct? 3 total? Or
no, you have a ton of irregulars down there.
Well, I mean, how many that are digging?
Water is coming, so he's a ally.
Should be 4. You have 4 of my regulars digging, and Potter.
Does Potter have D8s in this at all?
No.
Do any of the regulars have team player?
If I leave Winter, no, they don't. Winter doesn't dig though. So hold on.
Potter has both team player and digging.
Okay. So Potter could offer up to a D12, and then the other 4 can offer 4D8. If they are allowed to, say, rote their activity, and we go ahead and make the main roll. I'm not necessarily any better than any of them, but I'm also just a player making the rolls.
Oh, that's the real saint in you, right? I'm no
Yeah.
better than any other man.
Hard labor just doesn't work with me, honestly. There's a reason I stopped being a thief. I was terrible at it. So if I got this right, Potter and 4 people. Yeah, 1,
That's
2,
my 4. I don't
3, 4.
plus
Yeah.
Potter.
Yep. And Red, are they allowed to go ahead and just take the rote and give me the assist?
Yeah. Yes. I think this is a quota. I think what makes sense to me is every roll is going to be a half an hour of digging work, and you're coordinating it so you can make the roll. And I'm looking for 10 successes ultimately to break through this pass.
Okay. So we
maybe
have
you could
7
do it in
dice
like an
per roll,
hour.
so yeah, we could see this
Right.
happen.
Potentially, you could do it. If you were really, really lucky, you could do it in like 1 hour.
Sorry, I also forgot to include Tara in the climbing crew, mainly because she's a flyer, and I was only looking at climbing skill.
Alright, so currently we have 3, and I have no specialty in digging. What would the specialty be for digging in this scenario?
Dirt, rocks.
Clearing,
Collapses?
collapse.
Clearing?
Yes, like tunnels or collapses, maybe.
Yeah, so I'm going to put in clearing, and that'll make sense. And then I can reroll the d8 there. And get us up to 4 on the first one.
Okay. I like the visual. I don't really know how to describe it, but yes, you've got a team of individuals, all of them moving boulders, moving earth, getting their claws dirty as they paw through the rubble and the loam. And you make decent time.
But not the best time.
Yeah, you think you're moving at an okay clip forward, but you know what? Ultimately, it's there's a lot of rocks in this soil, and you think that it's going to take you longer than your best estimation.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's the first half hour, and here comes the second.
Yeah, and so the rest of the party is waiting for this clearing to happen. Like the rest of the team is just hiding out in the woods, right?
Well, I don't know. I thought we were going.
You could go simultaneously, but like other things are going to happen.
I don't know what Anushka's plan was. We just went and.
Anushka's plan was to wait until we were done and wait for the signal.
When you guys breach the tower, you let us know topside, and we'll do a top assault the same time you do a bottom assault.
Right.
A 2-pronged assault, I think, is best because by their nature, they're necromancers. They have to command their undead, or their undead will make their own agendas and won't be as organized or as deadly. Plus, also, the necromancers are the threat. They're the ones with the AoEs.
Mm-hmm. Well, it has taken me an hour, and I am actually not done with the task, nor could I even be done with the task if I push for personality here. I have 8 successes out of 10. It's going to take another half hour. However, given that I do have 7 dice, Red, 2 more successes on 7 dice.
Yeah, you could. I mean, at this point, I guess
go
you
ahead
could
and take
rotate
that one.
Yeah.
There will be 2. I guess I could roll and see if there happens to be like 7 ones. Let's see.
I feel like after an hour,
No, that's
Gara's
still
going to
good.
turn to somebody and say, "Do you think they're still alive? What? It's taking so long."
There we go. So an hour and a half, we are finally through, and now would be the time for the signal.
Okay. For those of you, well, okay, so I'll throw a wrinkle in. For those of you who are up top and are observing the tower, you feel no breeze, and yet you notice that the weather vane seems to turn at some point.
Well, they wouldn't have a weather vane unless they had a
It was a weather vane
Yeah.
of evil. We clevered that.
Chapel.
Yes.
That's right, the weather vane of evil. I forgot.
Yes, you don't remember the weather vane of evil that
I
seems
forgot,
to
that's
follow
why they
you.
have-
I'm just thinking, where the
Flew
hell is
into
this weather
the-
vane at if we're standing at the edge of the woods?
It's on top of the tower.
It's on top of the tower.
In the middle
It's
of the woods
Yep.
that we're not
Yeah.
near.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I have Mystic Necromancy, if that tells me anything.
This is not necessarily necromancy. I guess it's but you could do a general supernatural if you'd like.
How am I for supernatural? I don't think I'm that good at it.
You could just roll your mind if you wanted to.
Technically, you're supposed to roll supernatural. Supernatural is one skill you roll by itself, because if you didn't have any supernatural, you couldn't detect the supernatural. And I don't actually have any supernatural. I only have Mystic Necro. I can only recognize Necromancy.
Gotcha. So you're like, that's weird. There's no wind here right now, or
Yeah.
really much at all. And yet this weather vane seems to be moving on its own.
Oh, I also
It's
have, I also have Mystic of green and purple magic, but it's not that either.
No.
So, yeah. Well, who knew the evil tower is up to no good? But we hold our grounds. We know no fear.
Indeed. And then
Oh, I felt plenty
after
fear.
I mean, I don't even know what that means. So I you know,
Well, again, we pulled out this book. It has all the words in it.
yeah. So we wait.
shrug. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry. How long did it fully take? An hour and a half? 2 hours?
Hour and a half, yes.
Hour and a half. Okay. And hour and a half goes by. You hear the signal up top. Down below, you push through. You manage to clear a crevice that is large enough for the widest of you to just squeak through. It's probably you, actually, Doc. To squeak through, and after another 12 paces or so, you can see the entrance into the basement chamber. And you can see what looks to be almost like statues of knights, 3 of them, situated in the center of this chamber. The one in the center has its hands crossed and resting on the hilt of its very large sword. It is a very large knight. I'm going to...
Good. They've done some reorganizing.
Yeah, I'm going to toss you guys over to our tower map.
Back to the tower.
Back to the tower. I had previously moved everyone's tokens into the basement, and now we need the basement, so I'm going to move people's tokens yet again. But let's get you guys down here. Doop. Doop. Okay. Some of these tokens might not need to be down here right now, but we should keep them somewhere. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to clear out the bottom right corner of this map, and we'll just put unused tokens here until we need them.
Sounds good.
Reveal
So
areas.
Doctor is down here in this group.
Doop.
I guess that is the roof there.
Well, so the bottom right-hand one that I just revealed is going to be our edge of table staging area. So anybody who's not this way, we don't have to delete tokens and then re-add tokens. We've got a lot of NPCs and stuff hanging around, so...
Yep.
Currently, anyone who's outside of the tower can go over here. That's fine. And... Yes, so Doctor and the dig team can exactly where the Doctor is, kind of at the entrance down here. And it is unmistakable, Doc. The central figure is a large, imposing rhino with pale, leathery skin and a intimidating black armor, resplendent with spiky bits, as one would expect from a Dark Souls game.
Ah, Kirk, my old nemesis. He's the one with the spiky armor.
Is that right?
Yes.
I never actually got very far in the Dark Souls games.
It is hilarious to have that armor and just roll into people for PvP. It's hilarious fun. Highly recommend.
I heard that there's an undefeatable PvP thing in Elden Ring now. I guess this is spoilers. I shouldn't spoil Elden Ring. Never mind.
No spoilers
There's a lot
for
of
Elden
good
Ring.
stuff.
No spoilers. There's a lot of goofy stuff. Apparently, there's a PvP meta that's unbeatable and
There's
is also
always-
incredibly goofy. And that's always the case, right?
You're going to see some meta today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My meta brings all the boys to the yard.
Sir Connor, is that hurt or injury there?
That's injury. I'm also sick.
Yes, it was the smoke inhalation and the burns.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
you
very
cured
recent
mine.
then.
You cured mine, but not Connor's.
Ah, right. Okay.
Is Winter also a digger?
No, he stayed with the digging crew because he's not a climber.
Okay, fair enough.
Anybody who couldn't climb or fly was
Going into the
by
dig.
default a digging crew member.
Right. So this is a wall here, so everyone is like at least over here.
I'm just moving them down there. I'm still separating my forces.
I know.
Potter and my guys will be watching the back.
Do appreciate the irony that we had to point out it was a wall to you last time.
Thank.
That's how he knows.
I'm returning the favor.
So I'm just missing one last person.
Okay. I'll also, while we're doing that, I'm going to ask for... Doc, you do have supernatural, right? I'm making that up?
I sure do. As a class skill, it's totally there.
Nice. Okay. Do you want to give me a supernatural roll? You could also include, I believe you have Mystic Necromancy. You could include that on this as well.
All right, and that would be a will or a mind roll.
Let's say a mind roll.
All right, that is a D8. Let's roll. That is 2 successes.
All right. 2 successes will get you this. You could feel the warming effects of the consecrated ground as you return to this spot. Your holy powers are still at play here, and yet as you step into this chamber, your stomach turns because you smell the scent of death once again. And it's not just from all of the bodies that are still littered on the floor down here. It is that specific necromantic chill that you feel. And with 2 successes, you realize that it's not coming from the knights in front of you. They appear to be of the living, but the large sword that this knight is resting on, its strange black-stained blade seems to be giving off this energy. And that's as much as you can tell. The blade seems to be evil.
Sir Connor, watch that one. Don't let it hurt you. And I suppose at this point, as soon as we've reached into this room, do they move or make any motion, or continue just standing completely on guard?
I think that they will, I think that they will ready weapons. It seems like they're guarding, so you know what? I'm actually just going to give them the guard status.
Okay.
They're not approaching towards you, but they're also not saying anything, and you can't see their eyes beneath the helmets.
Right. I was going to ask, wait a second, do they seem like they're actually undead, or I just can't tell?
Well, that's the thing. They are standing impassively, but if they were undead, you would expect them to be suffering the effects of your consecrated ground, and they're not.
Yeah, but yet
if
they're
you
not.
look carefully, you can see the subtlest signs of breathing.
Ooh, there we go.
So, yes, you're fairly sure that they are living, but they have their weapons out, and they are waiting for you guys to make your move.
They're anti-paladins.
Yes, exactly.
Paladins of badness, fell paladins. I mean, that's the thing, right? In old D&D, you could have
there are
fell
anti-paladins in Ironclaw, right?
What are they called?
The Intignors.
Of course, it had to be a fucking...
The Extinguishers. There's a specific movement in Ironclaw that turned into a bunch of The Intignors' mission is to destroy the church and kill everyone.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess I pictured them as... I mean, it's just 2 words for the same thing, because we came across the heliodromes, right?
Well,
That's
the heliodromes are founders of the Etignars, but the Etignars are any but a bunch of necromancers showed up at the heliodrome's doorstep and said, "Hey, we understand you ate the church."
cool.
it's not
cool.
two different
Combine
words.
dark magic and fire.
It's not two different words of the same thing. They are two different
Two
entities.
different things.
Yes.
I mean,
Gotcha.
The worship of
overlap.
Anu does not preclude also wanting to destroy the church.
Yeah, they overlap. There's
Okay,
a lot
cool.
of overlap.
It's a Venn diagram. It's not a circle.
I suppose
Yeah,
for
it's
the scene.
Extinguisher movement. The Extinguisher movement is everybody who hates the church, which includes the heliodromes, the necromancers, and a bunch of other weirdos.
Yeah. But I suppose for the
Gotcha.
scene, I will probably go ahead and start off with just like shouting to them, "Step aside."
Are you going to? Is this a negotiation attempt?
Sure,
Or-
yeah. I'm trying to see if they even talk back and give me the chance to negotiate with.
Gotcha. Okay, I like it. Roll your will in negotiation, and I guess that's contested by my will in negotiation.
I thought you were trying to pull an intimidation there.
Scooby Doo.
2d8.
One success.
I smell so nice, and they smell like death.
Yeah, right. I'll roll for
Hey,
these
cool, I
other
got-
dudes as well.
The 4 would be a tie if it's contested. None of them are going to beat the 11. If it's successes, then I have 2 versus 1, 1, 2.
Is it contested, or is it you count the successes?
Oh,
Honestly,
if
don't
we're treating
remember.
this like the stunts, then I think they are contested.
Yeah, it's contested, mind
Contested.
and will.
So I have an 11, they do not.
Okay. I think that they are not going to move. Their job is here to not move, essentially. But you're basically forcing them to take a focus turn, right?
Okay.
And you're getting no. You get maybe the slightest inflection of. Oh, thank you. You get maybe like.
So much time I spent.
You can feel them shift in their armor. But yeah, no other movement.
Okay. Sir Connor, move in while they're busy.
Yes.
Or we go around.
Go around. Well, I can't run because if you're sick, reeling makes you fall down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reeling will, yes, knock you on your butt.
All right, so I'm gonna dash. Have we rolled initiative yet, or are we?
No.
We're technically outside of it, but yeah.
Maybe
I'm
you
forcing
should
them
now.
to stop and consider.
Yeah,
let's
maybe
go
you
ahead and
should
roll our
have rolled
initiatives.
for like the moment you stepped into the light of the basement.
Need to do.
So I'm not focused.
My guys all have done that thing. God, sorry, the word just escaped me. I was like, route? No, route's when
Route.
you run away
Right.
in a fight because you've been defeated. What? Root? No, that's what a tree has.
Route is what you were looking for.
Route? No, route is what you do when you're
Yeah,
losing a
route
fight.
is to run when you're losing a fight. Or are you saying rote?
Rote, that's what I was trying to remember. Griffin's just trying to make me say the wrong words.
All right. Dash to there, and then I know they have focus, so they could interrupt this whole thing here. But I'm also going to sprint.
Where are you sprinting to?
North.
North. Yeah, I think.
And if we're going to treat this as turns, I should go ahead and just be declarative about mine. If I started with focus, I have guard, I have ready to spell, and then I did a stunt, and I'm reeling. That would make the most sense, I think.
Okay. I think this guy will move to intercept. If you're just trying to run past them, Connor, right? Then
Yes.
he'll move to intercept you. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna move you like here, and I'm gonna move him like here. Boom, and he is no longer focused.
All right, that's my turn done.
All right.
I guess now they take their focus turn and it goes back to us.
I guess so, right? That's how that
Well,
should
we'll
work.
pretend
Well,
they had focus to begin with.
And to recap, after you guys did your entire turn, none of you did the signal.
We did the signal on entering the building.
Yeah,
Okay,
he already
so-
said that we did the signal.
So does that mean you want us on Team Climb to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
We
We'll
start
do this.
running across the open ground. How much space do we have to cross?
You've got 30 paces to cross. Oh, I said 50 paces to cross.
Okay, that will take us a couple turns. We start now. Because if you guys are typicals, that means you're running at only about 15. So it's going to take us about 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Alright. We do it.
You do it. As you cross, you can see appearing in the window is the grinning silhouette of the raven that you had met before with the strange silver foxtail worn at his belt. And you can see dark, malicious energies gathering. Well, I guess it's a mystic, so you probably don't see these things, but you can
No,
tell
I have necromancy. I still have mystic necromancy. I still
Yeah,
recognize
so
that.
you recognize that
holy
he's
shit, guys, we need to spread
readying.
out. Everybody's got to be at
Yes.
least 5 paces apart.
Well, you and Tira can fly, so you can be well above the rest of us. So
Right,
it's just
that's
us on the ground, yeah.
That's what we will do.
So you're describing the scene, and all I'm thinking about is this guy is screaming, Esmeralda will be mine!
Right. So we've got to spread out when we're running across. And you're with us, right, Gar?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody spread at least 5 paces apart. They can only hit one of us.
That's true. Can I get a... I'm sorry, because I know you guys already did this. Can I get a list of who is currently running across the grounds to
Yeah.
the tower?
I even typed it out.
Is it up here? Because I can just scroll up.
Climbing crew?
Digging crew, climbing crew. Okay, so we've got...
Now, to be fair, though, in digging crew, I only listed the actual people with digging skills. Obviously, everybody else
okay.
is already on the map.
Gotcha.
They're also up here on the upper left of the first floor.
Oh, okay. Handy. That's much easier for me to spot. Okay. He's had encounters with you before, Anushka, so I think he's going to cast a spell at you. I think it's Torment time. Torment time? Stat block.
Let's do the torment again.
Okay.
Denny, we've only really hit one effective necromancer before. Thank God. We haven't seen their likes again.
Yeah.
No, the mass whatevers.
Yeah, I mean, he's got time. The fact is that you guys are going to have to group up a little bit if you want to scale the base of this tower together, and that's probably when he will strike with
Well, how far away did you say we were?
50 paces.
50 paces, okay.
Yeah, we should track how far you guys actually get with that. But first I got to roll. Roll.
That's long, isn't it?
Yeah,
After medium
sure.
is 36 paces. So after our first run, we are within range.
Okay, so he's
Gotcha.
hitting us after our first move. Got it.
That's exactly what they would do, yeah.
Yeah, page 316.
Well, I didn't know who was acting first in this scenario, so that's why I didn't know if we were getting shot at 50 or whatever.
Yeah, so Anushka, I would like you to resist this torment
I knew
with
you hit me.
your mind and supernatural. I mean, he knows what you're capable of.
You've seen me, and I would take me out too. That's okay. I know no fear.
Nice. Okay, here we go. Blammo. Nice.
That is not a resistance, but it's only one hit. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
That is
sorry.
what
one
happened
success.
It is versus, yeah, it's not resisted by. Okay, so yeah, one success. Okay, it's damage +1, critical, penetrating, weak. So
Jokes
so
on
twice.
you. I'm naked.
Yeah, you're great. Okay, so it's 2 damage coming at you.
That is
You
a
can
2
soak it
damage
twice.
hit. First, I will soak. All right, I get 1 soak from being a badass. I will tap my invulnerable hide to soak the other point.
You have invulnerable hide. Okay, cool.
I bought that a while ago.
Wow, I think this is the first time we've seen it used.
It hasn't been coming up.
Okay, so you burst through
So yeah,
the pain.
I'm so goth. I am a bat.
That's true. Okay,
All right.
You are reeling though, correct?
I am really.
Off you sacked Rome.
Okay, then back to the basement, I suppose. That was my action, so we're back to you guys. These dudes are up here focused. This dude is also focused. I'm sorry, I don't have the focus macro set up, unfortunately, so the guy who's facing off against Connor should have focus as well, and it's your turn.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you broke focus to move.
I did, but we're saying that was our start of combat focus, and that the negotiation forced them to focus again.
So we should be back over there with the rest of them then?
No, because he used his starting combat focus to intercept.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah, digging team, what you gonna do?
Let's get dangerous.
So Connor will actually go ahead and start fighting.
Oh, did you also not bring your soldiers with you, Connor?
They're watching the tunnel.
The tunnel entrance.
Okay.
Also, I thought Potter was here.
He could be with them, watching the tunnel entrance.
As a digger, he could just like stand behind me and rally me if you want.
Okay. As
Said
good
nobody
as
ever.
right.
He's just squeaking in the background. It's fine. Hey, he actually does it. Wonderful. Oh, not
You're
really.
no longer reeling.
Okay. And if you want Connor to open up, I suppose go ahead and let's get that rolling.
All right. Let's aim and attack.
Okay. This guy will break focus to guard and will counterattack. With 3d8s. Shing! 3d8s and a d12. Okay, you have veteran.
I'm gonna
not great.
one of those D12s for my favor.
Okay.
So
All right.
versus 6s.
I'm seeing 3 damage, including the critical, plus 2 damage for the weapon is 5 damage, right?
Right.
Okay. This guy's soaking. Hit. And he soaks it down to 3 damage, which is still a lot of damage. Hurt. Afraid and injured and reeling, of course. Blap. All right. Connor delivers a terrible blow to one of these knights, and it's on.
There we go. And as the other primary character, I will go ahead and unleash Fulgration against these two and just see how it goes. So I'm going to start with the big guy, because he's very important.
Okay, I think these guys are going to also guard.
That is very fair. You can wait on the other one until it happens to go to him, but yeah.
Oh, right, we'll do that.
That's... I just copied Flesh Ward and was about to paste that. Whoops. Okay, here we go. So, Fulgration, and for fun, I'm going to go ahead and also aim. So, 1d8 plus. Let's do it.
Okay.
Fantastic roll, great start, absolutely love it. But 7 high.
And I'm just dodging this guy?
Yeah.
Defenses? Okay. There we go. Okay. Cool. He's dodging. He's a big giant rhino. I think he's just got a single die for dodging. Hip. Oh, suck. Okay.
You're guarding though.
I am guarding. Thank you.
That is true.
Hip. Ah. Yeah.
No, he actually did better. I refuse. I'm going to go ahead and use my leadership reroll. I'm going to use my knack.
You're knacking it. Okay.
I can roll better than a 7 here. And I do.
you
Oh
did.
gosh. All right, that is 6 points weak now. And he's armored, so...
Yes, he is. Let's see. D10, you're right. Okay, so it's weak, so we're actually rolling. We're going to do just this. 6d10. Hippo. That was not a great one.
That is still 3 he soaked out of 6.
That's 3 out of 6. That's true. Hurt, reeling, afraid. Okay.
And then we sweep to the one on his left. Or
Yes.
my left, his right.
Yeah.
And he's now he's gonna guard.
Hey, he's going
But
guard
versus a
as well.
10.
Okay, 2d8 and a d12. No.
Yes,
Okay.
5 points weak.
Points weak. All right. This guy's rolling 3d8 6 times. Hippa. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
A
So that's
1
2.
point hit. And then the last one over here, who is also reeling.
Okay.
The one fighting Sir Connor with a 6.
He's real. So you included a d8 for the reeling, right?
That's right.
Okay. Hip. Ha!
And he successfully dodges it. There we go. So I just sweep the lightning one way, then sweep it the other way. And at which point I am exhausted and refresh my magic. And that's it.
Gotcha.
Feel the holy light.
Okay.
Winter guards filling the room with thaumaturgical light. Reddy's misfortune. For some reason, I don't have him listed as having wands or staff, so into his hand, I guess.
That is perfectly valid.
Yeah, just for some reason, I guess either Witchfinder doesn't get it, or I sold them, or I don't know.
You have to have them because they're part of the trappings.
Well, like I said, I don't know if narratively I got rid of them at some point, so without knowing that, I'm going to assume that I did, and put them in his hand.
I'll say this one more time. You have the trappings. You can't get rid of them.
Rafferty, I'm not arguing with you today.
All right.
Okay. All right, and then, what do I want to do? Merlina moves up. Well, within their strides. By that I meant both of them, obviously. And which one of you two is the one that I gave? Orpha has my rapier. Obviously, they're not. Those two are guarding. Orpha is not guarding. She is going to. Again, that's within stride. Move to there and attack. What was his name? Night Guard?
The Night Guard.
She has the rapier.
Okay. Night Guard will parry.